I want to go across first to the election intelligence dashboard. This, in fact, is where we are, this is the launch of the election intelligence dashboard in some ways for Karnataka. And I want to give you a sense of where things stand at this moment in Karnataka as we get set for the most crucial phase of the polling. Largely, seats have now been allocated, although some headache still remains for both parties and the JDS as well. But this is where the starting line is. The BJP with 104, the Congress at 80, the JDS at 37. And there's lots of granularity that we'll be bringing out on the show with the psephologist. And one of the crucial things that's coming out is that the number of seats, Yashwant, where the battles are getting tighter between the number one winner and the runner-up is much more than it has been in the elections going back to the 80s. What that suggests really is that because of smaller parties, because of independent candidates, the battle in Karnataka is getting closer than ever before in more seats than previously.
One of the reasons, Rahul, is that, if you look across this thing, these, as you can say, marginal seats or battleground seats, they are not just restricted to any one particular region. And as we know, that is the up north is the Lingayat territory, up down, south down is the Vokaliga territory, and like that. But there are almost about 50 odd seats still in Karnataka where none of these, big groups actually form a winning majority of sort of equation. And it is that kind of a grey area or grey zone, as you may call it, where in every region you have got one or the two seats. In totality, that number gets down to almost like 50. And that is going to be critical because I believe that it's been too long, way too long, Rahul, that we have seen or we have analyzed Karnataka only from the binocular of Lingayat and Vokaligas. But it is the OBC category, the middle ground, that swing vote, which actually forms the big chunk over there. And one thing which I want to share with our viewers over here, every time we talk about the caste equations, we generally somehow end up discussing Lingayat in the range of 17–18%. But in the random probability surveys as well, and as well as the caste census of Karnataka, which happened in the last elections, government, Lingayat was somewhere around 13 or 14%. So the overall, it could be because of many factors and many territories. But the thing is, there are seats and there are battles which go beyond calculations of Lingayat and Vokaliga.
Now if you see the number of seats where the winner has changed in every election in the last 3 elections is 165 out of 224. What that means is almost 2/3 of the seats are seats where you can see a change in the winner and the loser. The Congress in the last 3 elections has got about 27 stronghold seats. There are seats that the Congress can relatively be comfortable about. They hope that these are seats that they can repeat. The BJP has about 22. And it is the Janata Dal Secular which has about 10 stronghold seats, seats that they've won in every election for the last 3 elections. I want to show you where the pollsters stand at this moment to give you a sense of what's coming out in different polls. Yashwant put out his last poll where he seems to think the Congress is likely to get a majority. The BJP, he predicts between 68 and 80, the Congress between 115 to 127. Then there is Metri's, which says that the BJP is ahead, but it's essentially a tight fight. And then there's something called People's Pulse, which again is predicting a dead heat. So what is it, Yashwant, that you're picking up, which the other pollsters aren't, where you seem to think the Congress is quite decisively in the lead in Karnataka?
Well, number one thing is the sentiment for change, Rahul. I mean, we do ask the question, are you upset with this government? And we give that option that, okay, I am upset and I wish to change. I am upset, but I don't wish to change. And I am not upset and I want to continue. In the case of Uttar Pradesh, for example, there was a significant number of people who said they were upset, but they don't wish to change. And that is why in UP we were very clear that BJP, even they might have a loss of between 15 to 70 seats, but still they will get back to power because people are kind of angry, but they do not wish to change. In case of Karnataka, somehow we are getting almost like 57% people saying that they are looking for a change. Now, when the it's a kind of a thing, you know, when you get in the data or in the public emotion, they are looking for a change, you know, that becomes more and more decisive or clear as and when the election dates start coming near. Now 57% is a big number, and arguably everybody would understand that, okay, there is a triangular fight, so there is a JDS at play as well to split the anti-incumbency vote, if one may so. But the thing is, JDS is such a regional player in Karnataka that its entire plan is pretty much limited only and only to South.